Girl, get the fuck off me! Get off me! Get off me! Someone's coming towards me. I'm grabbing his skull and I'm throwing his knee how fuck nigga.
They got the most terroristic DBs of all time.
After a great week of college football for week 5, I am back here with my co-host Jordan, and we are here to give you our week 5 review for college football. And I'm gonna be honest, this right here was probably the greatest week we will have for a very long time. And without further ado, to waste no time, Jordan, go ahead, kick it off for us, man. First game of the week.
Let's start off here in Denton, man. Let's just get this out the way. Another group of 5 game that we have the guys proving that they can in fact go out there and compete. Another great win for the University of North Texas. Caleb Hawkins, as always, dominant on the ground. Drew Mestamaker, the walk-on sensation. Hopefully he doesn't transfer, man. That'd be absolutely terrible for North Texas because, you know, he's playing, pretty decent football right now. I mean, the worst nightmare is that he goes from the walk-on guy to millionaire. So, you know, hopefully he stays home, but if he doesn't, man, it is what it is. But right now, if we're talking about this year, UNT again. I'm saying it last week, I'll say it this week. Why not us? Why not us as the group of 5 contender to make the playoffs? Again, I'm not saying they're going to win one, not even close, but they can compete. That's all I got to say about that.
Well, man, speaking of teams doing their things, not doing their things, going down to the great, beautiful state of Virginia. We got FSU versus Virginia, and this right here was an amazing game. Albeit, I don't mess with FSU, but this right here, this was peak football. FSU, a lot of things went wrong for them. First, Tommy Castellanos decided to start playing like how he was playing at Boston College, turnover machine. Straight interceptions, fumbles, man, just completely killed FSU's entire offensive drive for that entire game. And Virginia decided to just abuse the run game the entire damn time. Like, I don't think there was a point in time Virginia wasn't trying to pound and ground the entire game. And after that, though, Florida State managed to rally back, but at the end of the day, couldn't get it done. Tommy, game on the line, deep into the end zone, intercepted. And I swear to God, this was the fastest field rush you will ever see in college football. The wide receiver that was supposed to catch that pass might have died because he got trampled over by like 10,000 students. But hey, man, Virginia with a great win. FSU, you might be in trouble because not looking too good right now for y'all boys. But that's all I got to say about that one.
All right, man, let's go down to Pittsburgh. Let's keep it short and sweet again. Pittsburgh, you might want to start putting your money where your mouth is. See, this game got physical, quick, fast, in a hurry, but not on the field, but off the field with the ball boys. Apparently, we had Pitt wide receivers wrestling with ball boys to get their touchdowns or whatever. And Pittsburgh was up 17-0 at one point in the first quarter. They proceeded to just give up. They did not let, Louisville did not let up. Scored 17 points in the second. And then they scored 14 unanswered points in the fourth quarter to take the lead, take the win. 2 turnovers for the quarterback, 2 interceptions. It's like piss poor, especially after that first quarter performance, that first quarter showing, all that they did to that ball boy. 5 turnovers. Pitt lost the turnover battle badly, and they lost time of possession, lost everything. And they just couldn't get it together. 1 of 10 on third down. Third downs are going to be the theme of today, as you know very well. But, this game got out of hand for Pitt. Louisville still undefeated, 4-0. They could be an ACC contender if they play their cards right. But that's all I got to say about that game.
Well, man, speaking of people letting games get out of hand very quickly and very fast, we are going down to the glorious state, the driest state in America, Arizona. And for TCU, I'm going to say this now. Y'all were up 17-0. I don't know what the fuck happened. Y'all were starting off hot. Y'all kept things going. And the moment the second half started, all hell broke loose. Sam Levis started diving up and just torching the entire secondary. Josh Hoover decided to start playing like Brett Favre and the Atlanta Falcons. I'm talking about just turnovers everywhere. Game on the line, interception. Man, for TCU, bruh, you got to go back to the drawing board. A lot of things need to be fixed just entirely. Defensively, y'all let them score 24 straight points. They were straight hooping on y'all. Offense, y'all completely stalled out when y'all needed to be stalled, not to be stalled the most. But for ASU, I can't let y'all off the hook. Y'all need to get y'all's offense going way quicker. If y'all try to do this again in the playoffs, it's not going to end well for y'all boys. But that's all I got to say about ASU versus TCU. Good win for ASU. TCU might be in trouble for their playoff spot right now.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep the train going. All right, we got the Kansas Jayhawks hosting the Cincinnati Bearcats. this was a good game. It was pretty entertaining. Jalen Daniels had himself a nice little showing. The problem was, man, the Kansas defense could not get off the field. They did not. They just allowed Cincinnati to just run all over them, man. 34 minutes with the ball. That's how long Cincinnati held the ball in this game. And it was a close game through and through. Not a lot to say. It was a good game. Kansas couldn't get the win at home. And now we're looking at Cincinnati for the Big 12.
Man, well, speaking of teams that could not get off the field, going down to Illinois, USC. Illinois is trying to bounce back after the absolute embarrassment they got last week from Indiana. And I'm gonna be honest, they looked a whole lot better. The offense looked way better, being able to complete drives, not just get completely shut out for game winner, multiple plays back to back. Both teams, honestly, defensively, they looked pretty solid for the first half. The second half, all hell broke loose. I guess both coaches said, you know what, let's stop playing defense for a second, go out there, start firing at all cylinders. And yeah, it just became a straight shootout from that point on. USC, Illinois is going back and forth. And this is one of those games where it comes down to whoever has the ball last. And sadly for USC fans, Illinois got the ball last, drove down the field, got in the field goal range, kick it through the uprights. Illinois, great win after the embarrassment Indiana gave you on national television. It bounced back. Maybe, hopefully, y'all's playoff hopes. Now, y'all playoff hopes are cooked, actually, but I ain't gonna lie. But for USC, man, that was a pretty bad win. Gonna leave a taste in their mouth for a while. But what I gotta say about that? Congratulations, Illinois getting the good back-to-back win for them. Yeah.
Georgia Tech, man, Georgia Tech, Wake Forest. This game, again, another theme of today, man. Blown leads. Wake Forest got off to a 17-3 start at halftime. And usually when you have a lead like that, you hold on to it, you cherish it, you don't let it go, and you win the game. Unfortunately, Wake Forest did not do that. They allowed Georgia Tech to storm back in the third quarter. Quieter fourth quarter, but still, it went into overtime. Georgia Tech got the win. Haynes King remains on top of the ACC. So, Georgia Tech still ACC contenders. They could be ranked higher. I don't know if they're going to exactly rise in the rankings. They almost lost to Wake Forest, but they still did get the win. So they should rise, especially because a couple teams are going to fall.
Woo! Man, speaking of leads, to protect and cherish these leads, Notre Dame versus Arkansas. I'm going to keep this one short and simple. My God, Arkansas got their pants pulled down and got done in on national television. Jeremiah Love was out there making love the entire game. 4 touchdowns in the first half. That man was cooking. That's literally all I can say. Arkansas literally couldn't do anything. Offense stalled, defense destroyed. CJ Carr and Jeremiah Love was having a field day. They like nothing could stop them. So for Arkansas, man, it might be time to move on from your head coach. Because I can't lie, it's not looking too bright for y'all. But congratulations to Notre Dame. Great win for them. Man, yeah, man. Bad look for Arkansas. Very bad look for Arkansas.
Speaking of moving on from coaches, man, Oklahoma State, first game without Gundy. They got belt to ass. Sawyer Robinson, almost 400 yards and 4 touchdowns on Oklahoma State's defense. And I guarantee you, man, a lot of those guys in the locker room have tapped out. Man. They're gone. They're out. They're not in anymore. A lot of those guys in the transfer portal this summer. It's just going to be a bad look. Baylor got a great win. Another great win. They're not in Big 12 contention, but they've been competing. They've put up 40 points a lot this year. I feel like maybe I'm tripping, but yeah, they put up 40 points 3 times. They've been dropping points. Sawyer Robinson, they're a great volume team. The problem is their defense allows a lot of scores because despite them laying belts in this game, they also allowed Oklahoma State to score 27. So if Baylor can tighten up the defense, get things going good on that side of the ball, I feel like they can become Big 12 contenders. But as of right now, absolutely not. But still, great game for Baylor. Unfortunate for Oklahoma State. Because, usually there's about 2 options that happens when a coach gets fired. Like either those guys, they buckle in and they're ready to go. They needed the guy out. They go out, they win a couple games. They're not going to go win a championship, but they're going to go win a couple games, fight back, or they're going to do what Oklahoma State seems to be doing and lie down in the night. So that's all I got to say about that.
Oh, man, speaking of teams almost lying down, going up way up north, Ohio State visiting Washington. And I can't lie to you, I don't know why people were hyping this game up to the way it should have been. Ohio State still got the W, but man, Ohio State. First things first, I didn't like the way the offense played. I was genuinely disappointed by the play calling from Ryan Day, the OC for Ohio State. A lot of things were going wrong offensively. It wasn't until the second half where they were able to start getting things going, start pulling away. But overall, though, pretty nice win for Ohio State going into Washington, one of the loudest stadiums in the country, getting the W for Washington. Yeah, man, I don't know what y'all expect to happen. People were hyping this game up like this right here. This is gonna end Ohio State's winning streak. That shit wasn't happening. So yeah, went in there, got belts, left with belt marks, and yeah, man, Ohio State pulls out the W. All I gotta say about that one.
Last minute addition, man. UCLA, Northwestern. Nico, I'm gonna leave you, man. 0-4 to start the season. 3-point loss to Northwestern University. UCLA can't even bench him. They can't even bench him. Pay too much money to have him. You can't bench him. You're stuck with him. And he's only throwing one touchdown. So he's throwing a touchdown per million you're giving. So, hey, man, it's going to be an unfortunate for UCLA fans, if there are any left after this. Nico, you finessed your bag. You're not going to the league. So, congratulations. This is your reward. That's all I got to say about that. Just a quick little addition.
Man, it's tragic game for UCLA, but another tragic game. Auburn, Texas A&M, and I'm going to be so real with you. This game was an absolute offensive snooze fest. For damn near 3 quarters, these teams could not get a single thing going, man. Auburn, run defense does not exist. Texas A&M, damn near the whole defense don't exist. But I mean, hey, man, at least I got Marcel Reed. At least I got Marcel Reed up there doing this thing. Man, this game was not entertaining in any way, shape, or form. Both teams were pretty much out here messing around for 4 straight quarters until the last couple minutes, and that Texas A&M starts dialing in plays, drive down the field. Still didn't score a damn touchdown, but start kicking field goals. For Auburn, yeah, y'all season might be over at this point. Y'all are officially in like prime Week 12 form. Just losing to the most random teams. No offense going. Quarterback low-key's playing like cheeks right now. Offensive line can't block to save their life. Honestly, Texas A&M goes out there, grinds out the win at home. I expect this game to be, pretty close, but this I didn't want it to be this close. But good win for Texas A&M. Auburn, go ahead, hang up jersey, man. Pray for next season.
Let's go to Mississippi, man. Ole Miss versus LSU. Great game about the defense, man. The defense played the best game they could. They played a great game. They did a lot, made a lot of stops. A lot of pivotal stops when needed. They gave the offense plenty of chances. The fucking problem is Garrett Nussmeier. Garrett, why the fuck are we throwing passes in triple coverage? Why are we throwing passes in triple coverage? Can you explain that to me? Garrett? Why are we throwing passes into triple coverage? Why are passes being thrown into triple coverage? Not on one occasion, on multiple occasions. Unhook this microphone real quick. No. Because why? Why are we throwing passes into triple coverage, Garrett? You're supposed to be a game manager. You're supposed to be the pocket passer, the premier pocket passer in the NCAA. And somehow you are making some of the worst reads I've ever seen.
Well, putting your hope in Zion is pretty crazy, but hey, man, if you want to see elite quarterback play, let's travel down to Tennessee, Mississippi State. This right here. If it weren't for the game that we're going to talk about soon coming up, this game would have been game of the week right here. This was a beautiful game. Just pure, just impeccable football from both teams. Tennessee doing everything right on defense, everything right on offense. Joey Aguilar, that man might be the truth. He might be the missing piece for Tennessee. Mississippi State, same thing, bro. They was doing everything damn near right. This game really, just like the game I talked about previously with USC and Illinois, this game came down to who had the ball last. Sadly, Tennessee got the ball last in overtime. Went ahead, did their thing, punched their ticket, take down Mississippi State. Now, if you're a Mississippi State fan, I would not hang your head low after this loss. Y'all been doing y'all's thing this season. Can't even lie. Mississippi moves down to 4-1. Tennessee moves up to 4-1. Great win for Tennessee. Great game overall. Yeah, man, that's it.
Let's travel to Idaho. Home in the land of the potatoes. Boise State, another statement win, man. 47-14 against Appalachian State. Another great game. Madsen put up 4 touchdowns. It was pretty cool game. We had a less eventful game from Dylan Riley. I'm sure he was just taking a break from the absolute belt he gave the Air Force, which, I mean, it is a much-needed break, much-needed rest. And that's all I got to say, man. No Cameron Bates touchdown this week, unfortunately.
Time to talk about the game that I've been waiting for. Alabama versus Georgia. Now, let's get this out the way. First things first. Georgia, y'all secondary, like I said, absolutely trash. There is no hope for that secondary. I could probably go out there and have 2 touchdowns and 300 yards in that secondary. Alabama, y'all's run defense, absolutely trash. I could go out there and probably get 2 touchdowns and 250 yards rushing on that run defense. But we're not here to talk about that. Ty Simpson, my brother, you are the truth, the lights, and the way. Ty, if you ever come down to North Texas, bro, I'm gonna hook you up with some brisket, an N-word pass, and a fresh pair of J's. You earned it, man. You did your thing. You did your thing. Can't even lie. For Georgia, y'all got to clean up a lot. Secondary, absolutely sold. Play calling from Mike Bobo. Play calling from Mike Bobo. Play calling from Mike Bobo. Sold. Kirby Smart. I don't know what was going on with the play calling for Georgia. Y'all had multiple times to come into this game, get back into it, take the lead, and y'all squandered every single one of them with the play calling. Y'all got number 32 in the backfield game blurred by multiple DBs from Bama because y'all want to throw a screen pass on 3rd and 9. No, not even 3rd and 9. 4th and 9. Game on the line. Man, you can't make this up. Alabama did everything they need to do. You know, still some things they can clean up on defense. But overall, great statement win for Alabama to coach the board, walking into Athens, shattering Georgia's 33-game winning streak at home. Bama goes back to Tuscaloosa to face off Vanderbilt next week. Roll Tide.
Real quick, very important thing to mention, man. Iowa State. Cyclones, man, they went in, they ran over Arizona. Arizona is no longer undefeated. Iowa State is still undefeated. So there are a couple Big 12 teams still undefeated that could make moves. You know, Iowa State, Texas Tech. But do we really believe any of these teams can make waves in the playoffs? Can any of these teams win in the playoffs?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Give me Iowa State.
Okay. Anyways, I just wanted to comment about that. Wanted to make sure that was said. Iowa State did win.
Man. And to end off this glorious week of college football, this beautiful slate, we travel all the way to Pennsylvania. Penn State versus Oregon. And I'm going to keep it a stack with you. The first half of this game was absolutely terrible. Not a single thing that was enjoyable happened in this first half of the game. Now, Oregon and Penn State decided to go out there and you say, you know what? We're not going to play offense. We're going to play straight defense for 2 straight quarters, 3 points apiece. After that, though, they walked into that locker room and said, you know what, bro? Let's lock in real quick. Oregon went out there swinging. Finally, the touchdown was on the board. After a while, Penn State responded. At that point, it was a back and forth. Drew Aller, Dante Moore kept firing back and forth. Eventually, we end up in overtime. And in overtime, Penn State is going to Penn State. Coach Franklin is going to Coach Franklin. And Penn State's in their whiteouts proceeds to choke. And Oregon gets the W over Penn State. I don't know what y'all think this whiteout is. This whiteout not going to give y'all superpowers. Coach Saban said it best.
They thought that was heat, man. They thought it was going to lead to a win.
Coach Saban said it best, bro. They had a whiteout game. It ain't helped them much. That's exactly what happened today. Y'all had a whiteout game. It ain't helped y'all much at all. Y'all's offense couldn't get going for the first half. Drew Aller, Coach Franklin, Penn State in the most important moment decided to squander it. So, hey, man, it is what it is. Oregon gets the W against a glorious and a glorious game. Shout out to Oregon. Go Ducks, Penn State. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Y'all boys is not winning the national championship for a while. But hey, man, that right there will kick off our amazing week 5 of college football. If you had a wedding to go to today, my condolences. You missed a lot of great football today, man. Prayers up to you, my boy. But hey, watching the video, comment down below what was your favorite moment, favorite game from this week, whether that be watching my boy Caden Proctor, Big 75, get the screen pass, Bama versus Georgia going down the sideline, or if that was watching Jeremiah Love just absolutely just decimate Arkansas's entire defense. Put it down in the comments down below, man. And without further ado, Jordan, before we get out of here, you got anything you want to tell the people?
Man, follow us on TikTok. We post the clips that we have on playback, watching games live. We will be back live once again to watch LSU, Alabama go at it. Hopefully, LSU's competitive in this game. But we did 68 push-ups for Alabama, Georgia. If you have any other stipulations you want to have us in the stream, leave a comment down below if you have an idea. Subscribe to the channel. At 1,000 subscribers, we will drop the Stephon Diggs diss track. The diss track of the century and the noob baby daddy of Cardi B. That's all.
We'll see y'all later. We out.